Every summer, the same question returns. Who should Barcelona sign next? A superstar, a defensive midfielder, a fullback, a winger, a physical number 9? Well, one thing is clear. With Lewandowski leaving the club and the only player able to play the striker is not even a proper 9, it is clear that Barcelona will be going for a striker this summer.
I think the bizarre stat from the game was Ferran Torres' XG was actually higher than the whole of the Napoli side.
To understand Barcelona's next striker, we first need to understand Barcelona itself.
Let's do this. Visca el Barça.
Let's start with what Barcelona already has. First, elite creativity.
It's not normal to be like that at 17. I'm not talking about what he does when he's on the ball, his awareness, how calm he is, the way he sees the game, the way he will defend, put pressure. It's just not normal. We talked about
Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, Fermin Lopez and Olmo give Barcelona one of the most gifted attacking cores in football. They create chances, they break lines, they unlock defenses. Second, youth. This is one of Europe's youngest elite squads, full of energy, ambition, and talent. Third, global star power. Barcelona has elite talent that attract attention, makes fans engaged, opponents afraid, and generates money via sponsors. Fourth, elite coaching. Hansi Flick has already won the World Cup and the Champions League. Fifth, chemistry. This team looks united, it looks hungry, it looks like a family. But every great team has cracks, and Barcelona's cracks are clear. First, lack of physicality. Against powerful sides, Barcelona can struggle in duels, in the air and in transition, especially in the defensive line where they struggle against pacey opponents, and when they can't press anymore, it won't matter how talented or gifted the players are. Second, lack of pragmatism and experience. Sometimes Barcelona chooses beauty when the game demands ruthlessness.
giving the opposition opportunity when you're in total control of the game. In every single game, by the way. And they got punished on that by Atletico.
Third, financial limitations. Barcelona can't simply buy any superstars. Recruitment must be smart.
When you put to me the question, can Barca sign Julian this summer or João Pedro this summer? It will be no.
Squad depth. Injuries expose the team quickly. And fifth, perhaps the biggest, clinical finishing. Barcelona creates enough chances to dominate games, but too often fails to kill them. So now we know, Barcelona doesn't just need a striker. Barcelona need the right striker profile. A striker who is down to earth and egoless, and that is very important because you need to understand that players like Yamal, Mbappe and Haaland aren't just football players. They are brand of their own. They often have sponsors that feed off attention and the perception of being elite, and teams cannot afford to have many of them.
Los egos matan el éxito. That means egos kill success.
Because more often than not, they will be competing against each other rather than cooperating. Clinical. The striker needs to finish chances consistently. The striker also needs to be physical. Intelligent to understand movement around creators like Pedri and Yamal. Hard worker. Presses relentlessly or at least brings discipline and teamwork to the team. Experienced. Affordable. Well, unfortunately for Barcelona, there is no number 9 who is physical, strong, clinical, intelligent, experienced, egoless, coachable and affordable at the same time. In fact, the striker and the defensive midfielder are one of the most rare positions in the market. So Barcelona have to make a sacrifice. And the only logical sacrifice that can be is the physical one, because elite coaches like Hansi Flick can improve the physicality and intensity of a player. If the player is a hard worker and has the hunger to improve, fast, strong and intelligent striker are the most expensive players in the world. With the strengths and weaknesses in mind, we will start analyzing the available players in the market currently. And I have added Harry Kane and Ferran Torres. Harry Kane would serve as an elite player, so we understand what an elite striker is. And Ferran Torres is a reference, which means we want a player that is better than Ferran Torres. We don't want to buy downgrades. So the first thing and the first priority Barcelona need is clinicality. So in terms of clinicality, we can see that Harry Kane is 9.98, which means that from the quality of chances he has, basically he scored 10 half chances. He shouldn't have been scoring 46. It is expected from the quality of chances he received to only score 36. But for Victor Osimhen, for example, he should be scoring 23. He has a negative XG over performance. This means that he has missed big chances, and it's not just luck because he has 20 goals. It's not something about maybe he got unlucky in one game. This is data for a whole season. Then we have Estéban Lepaul, the most clinical striker in the market for now. This is the only option. If you are looking only for clinicality, Estéban Lepaul is your only chance. Because you see that Ferran Torres is minus 1.86. So when you buy Victor Osimhen and you are expecting goals, you are basically downgrading Ferran Torres. We have Joaquín Panichelli. He is positive XG over performance, but nothing very attractive. Same thing can be said about Fisnik Asllani, which is already being scouted by FC Barcelona. Then, according to our priorities, we are looking at players who do not lose the ball. Joaquín, he loses 2.67 balls per game on average due to bad touches, losing possession due to bad passes, bad decisions. You call them whatever you want, basically bad decisions. Then he loses on average 0.96 duels per game. Followed by him is Victor Osimhen. He loses 2.7 balls per game. Then he gets dispossessed 0.8 times per game. The best striker who does not lose balls is Estéban Lepaul again. Then we go to the defensive area. We have tackles, interceptions, and aerial duel wins. In the tackle zone, the worst is Estéban Lepaul. And for tackles and interception, he does the less defensively. This player does nothing in the defense, except winning aerial headers, but even in that is not the best. We can see here, for example, that Ferran Torres is extremely underwhelming. Is almost the same as Estéban Lepaul. Almost. Is 0.1. It's almost like not even 10% difference when winning tackles and intercepting games. And Estéban Lepaul has won more duels, aerial duels. The best one for interception is Victor Osimhen, but it's not even that important. It's 0.35 per game, meaning every 3 games he's gonna get 1 interceptions, and every almost 2 games he's gonna win 1 duel defensively. The best one is Joaquín Panichelli. But the problem again, if we go to the injury history, we notice that Mr. Victor Osimhen has hamstring issues, and hamstring is very important when you want to do a high press because it is the muscle that helps you change direction. Then we have Estéban Lepaul, who never got injured. I'm talking about elite level injury, never. There is no concerns for him. Then our boy Ferran Torres is a fairly clean player as well. He has minor muscular fatigue in foot hamstring muscles. And then we have the 2 other options, Joaquín Panichelli and Fisnik Asllani. Both of them already got ACL knee injury, meaning we cannot buy these 2. It's almost impossible to buy these 2. This would be almost suicide, in my opinion, a humble opinion. All the 5 players in this list in my opinion, are very good strikers, but the one that stands out is Estéban Lepaul, because he's the one who gonna benefit Barcelona the most, and he's also the cheapest. It's only 20 million euro for now.